Welcome to the daily outlook for today. A little bit later because I went to the gym after dropping that previous video, the just pure source video. I ended up going to the gym after that. But regardless, let's just hop into it for what I think should happen today or going into the week, I guess you could say. Anyways, coming onto the daily on GU, you can see we swept these lows. We did give a change of character here, which means I'm still looking short down in towards this level of demand here. Wait, let me just remove drawings. Anyways, down into this level of demand here after we've swept these lows, got to change a character, moving into the 4 hour. So, obviously, we have the demand before here on the daily. The daily demand's up around here. However, I will be looking for, to be honest, I would like to look for shorts off of this zone here, this refined zone. However, before I'm looking for shorts off of the zone, honestly, because of all of this, like just straight fall, I feel like this might be used as a little liquidity high. As in, price will sweep this. Let me try and draw it out. Price should come up, sweep this, reject, form a new supply zone here, break the lows on the 4 hourly. We're on the 4 hourly. Break the lows, change a character, move back up into the supply zone before trading down into this daily demand. That is ultimately where I want it to go and what I think will happen. However, it is just a matter of time and waiting because right now, as you can see, we are in this 30-minute supply, which is honestly really clean. I do like it. Depending on how this next 30-minute closes, I may end up taking this trade down towards maybe Asia lows or these liquidity lows over here. It's really clean. I'm liking it. Anyways, obviously looking short on GBP USD going into the week and today. Moving into Euro, I am also looking short if we come onto the daily. Let me just remove this, sorry. As you can see here, pretty much the same deal for the Euro. We've got to change a character. However, I do think we're going to have to come lower. So obviously you can see here before we got this big bullish outburst, little bit of a correction back up before following back down. That's what we had here. Big bullish outburst, little retracement, come back up, all the way back down. Honestly, I'm really liking to target, say, these lows, these lows. There's just a lot of liquidity and a lot of orders sitting here. Even moving down towards here, maybe these lows here as well. Honestly, these are all valid takes, or draws on liquidity, I should say. So going into the lower time frame, sorry, on the 4 hour, you can see very similar to deal to GBP USD. We've got this 4 hour demand zone here. We could drop into the 2 hour or hourly. They both line up, obviously. A little bit cleaner than GBP USD on the hourly because these zones within the 4 hour are all actually valid. Coming into the 30-minute, this is a zone you'd probably look at taking just due to the fact that we're forming this inducement here now. This is liquidity, inducement, orders being filled before ultimately tapping us in and driving down. However, on that note, this could be very similar, very similar to GBP USD, where we come up and use this as a liquidity grab. Sorry, that was too much. Come up and use this as a liquidity, and I've done it again. A little liquidity grab here. So we sweep these, come back down, give a break of structure, change a character here, where maybe even here, come back up into this supply zone up here that it might form, come up, and ultimately moving down, whether it's into these lows or high time frame. Sorry, let me go back into these orders here. Bang, 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 and then also these here. That's what I'm looking for. Very doable this week, to be honest. I think this week that's what we're going to end up looking for. What else? Moving into gold. Sorry, we'll move into gold. On the higher time frames, you can see we have just gotten this clear break of structure now with the previous 4 hour that just got formed, which means I'm now looking, let's hop into the hourly, for a liquidity grab before the ultimate move up again. That's all gold's been doing. It's the same thing over and over. You just need to catch this. You need to it's not pattern, but like it's just clear how the market's moving at the moment. So you need to capitalize on it. Honestly, I think we come down and grab these lows. I won't be taking off a middle sort of zone like this. I would rather it sweep here, tap us maybe into this little refine zone over here, before ultimately moving up and grabbing these highs again. That's what I will be looking for, simply due to the fact, like, I don't really want to be, yeah, it might be a clean zone on the, not even, my bad. It's a clean zone on the 15, I guess, here. You could take this little zone, but in reality, I will be waiting for a zone like this on the hourly, 2 hour, and as you can see, even the 4 hour is lined up with this. So that is ultimately the zone I will be looking to take off of the hourly with gold. So gold, obviously, our outlook is bullish, as per, I guess you could say. Honestly, USD, JPY, obviously we're shorting at the moment. Sorry, bearish at the moment. But from what we've got drawn out here, I think it's not similar to GBP USD, but little liquidity grab, come down, tap us into this zone, filling more liquidity, potentially even tapping us in to this zone down here, grabbing this liquidity, and that liquidity before sending us higher. However, honestly, I think price might just continue down, take this out, forming nice market structure, leave a bit of liquidity and inducement, tap us into this zone before continuing higher. That's my outlook for USD JPY. So overall, bullish, I guess. Yeah, bullish on the week with USD JPY. Just a liquidity grab before sending us further higher. Same go with gold, XAD USD. Liquidity grab, tap us into a nice zone, continue higher. However, GBP USD and Euro USD, we are looking short. Oh, that is a lot of scribble on my chart. Sorry, just trying to get rid of this, clean it up for you guys a little bit more. Yeah, liquidity grab potentially before heading back down, or we just use this zone after leaving this good rejection here. So for example, this 30-minute zone, it's up on the 30. This 30-minute zone, honestly, it's really clean. I'll potentially take entry depending how this 30-minute closes, stops at these highs, and target, I believe, Asia lows is here. We'll see how the 30-minute closes because we did get nice closure. Actually, no, we didn't get closure outside of the zone. It's pushing it. Not out of the full zone. We did get closure out of the refined zone, you can see, which is really nice. You always love to see that. This is a valid refined zone, so we did close outside of the zone. Ultimately, looking short, this could be a potential bump in the road that we want to take, as I said before. So before looking for any sort of shorts, I do want to see confirmation. Did we tap into this 4 hour? No, we just missed this 4 hour. Okay. Regardless, want to see some sort of liquidity grab again before dumping. However, could be very possible for GBP USD just to dump. That's what we're looking for here. All the way from here, we're looking for liquidity grab here before dumping, didn't hit. And then we're looking for a liquidity grab here before dumping. It just kept dumping over and over. I didn't need to grab any liquidity. So this could potentially be the same for today. But yeah, Euro USD also looking short. And that's the outlook for today. I will post another one tomorrow and a backtesting video later tonight. Let's get this shit.